I'm pulling up today to talk about, things going on in life that I'm noticing that is happening to the like a collective, but also that I'm going through. So I feel like I'm learning and I want to pass it forward. So right now I'm seeing a lot of redirection, a lot of it. So I feel like almost everything that's happening right now is redirection. It doesn't matter what part of your life you're in right now. I feel like a large part of the collective is going through a life change. Everything is starting to change in your life. Um, some people are starting new careers. Some people are leaving relationships. Other people are starting new relationships. um, some people are starting to do venture off to different things, new interests, new way of living, different places of living, moving. So right now I'm feeling like in my life for sure, I'm feeling so a ton of redirection. So many things are not falling into one place so that other things can fall into place, or even some things that are falling into place and seeing like the fruit of something that you have planted a very long time ago. So that's the energy I'm getting right now for the collective. And I feel like if um a lot of the times when when you're going through something, it becomes like a group thing. Like a lot of people are going through the same thing, especially the people around you, because we are in synchronicity with the people that are in the vibration that we're in. So that alone is just teaching us, and is definitely teaching me to just accept things for what they are, to accept things as they come, to accept things day by day, and not necessarily jumping into into like not the unknown, but like not necessarily jumping to conclusion that something should be a certain way because that's how it's always been, or like change, or even the idea of being in a situation that you thought would work out differently and it's completely the opposite from what you thought it would be. So all these things that are happening right now, if you're finding yourself in a place where like things are not working out the way you thought they were, or like you're being redirected in a way, and sometimes it's not in the best way. Sometimes we have to go through some hardships to get to the other side of things and be like, oh my god, like this is why that happened to me, or like that's like now it makes so much more sense why this was happening to me. So all these things, I'm starting to feel like it is a collective redirection. Even yesterday I was having a conversation with my friend and she's like, dude, I think I'm starting to become an empath. Like I'm feeling what other people are feeling, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I was talking about when I felt like um redirection is happening as a collective for all of us. People telling me like they're leaving their job or starting a new job or getting new things going in their life. So yeah, so just that alone is something that is being like brought in like into my world, but also I feel like the collective itself is going through it. So if you are going through something like that, what I am learning, let me tell you what I'm learning. What I'm learning with that is to remain in a to remain in a vibration of gratitude, to remain in a high positive energy. So the more things change, sometimes, like I was saying, they don't change how we want them to change. They change in a way where it's like, dang, that's not how I wanted that to go, or dang, I never imagined that this was gonna be my life, or this was something that was gonna happen to me in this way, whatever. So the point is staying in gratitude, understanding that even the lows of the lows are to build up the character, the journey, the process, your lifestyle. Sometimes you have to go through those things that you don't appreciate or don't like, so that you can actually realize like, okay, so this is something I really do not want, and start building those boundaries for yourself. So remaining grateful, what I feel like it does is that it gives you that perspective that nothing happens without a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens subsequently, however you say that word. But like everything has like its time and its place. And even the like I was saying, even the bad things that can happen to you, like if you're like expecting, I don't know, if you went to an interview and you're expecting to get the job, and then I don't know where everything falls through and it doesn't happen, accepting that that's just a redirection for you. That's something that is just going to help you push forward. And sometimes it takes longer for you to get exactly what it is that you're looking for. Not every day things are going to be smooth and easy, but the point is that finding grace, being grateful in that redirection period, and understanding that gratitude is the best attitude. That's a real thing, okay, y'all. People just say it, but to say it, but it's a reality, okay? So understanding that gratitude is the best attitude, that is something that I think we take for granted. We don't really sometimes, we're going through things and we're looking at the bad. We're not paying attention to like how this is redirecting me to something even better. And it's funny because I was telling my friend about this, about like I always speak about this meme that it's Jesus giving, trying to take away the small teddy bear from the kid to give them a bigger one, but the kid is like resisting to give the little one so that they can gain something bigger, more massive. So I'm starting to feel like life is doing that for the collective overall right now. But definitely, I'm seeing it in my life, and I'm seeing it with people around in my life. So it's something that is worth speaking about. I feel like we can grow out of that. And I personally think the answer to that is being in gratitude, being grateful for when God redirects you. What they say is God's rejection is God's protection. So just knowing that when things really aren't going your way, when things really aren't working out for you, when you feel it very much redirected, like things did not turn out how you were looking for them to turn out, just understanding that it was simply a redirection, and just being grateful that you were removed from anything that had to do with, so anything that is not what you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times you do think that you're in the right path, and that everything is exactly positioned how you want it for you. And sometimes that's not who you're meant to be, or it isn't, you're not meant to gain it that way. Or I always say that the journey is really what is shaping us. So who we are today and during this journey, and what happens tomorrow plus what happened yesterday, and you add it all up, and it gives you who you are right now, or like what you're striving for now, what you want to change. Paying attention to the things that aren't happening, like maybe if you wanted to go out with some friends, and one of your friends gets sick and the plans get canceled. Maybe you weren't meant to go out that night. And God knows what you're protecting yourself from, right? Or what God's protecting you from. So just us being grateful for those things that are now working out for us. That's such a big lesson that I'm learning right now. So let me pass that forward, and let me hand it over to you guys. So yeah, just staying grateful, and understanding that energy is everything, just staying high vibrational at all times, just to the point where like you're not phased by the things that go wrong. And it's hard as hell as a human to, I get that, like it's hard sometimes to keep a positive, like, like outlet, like, oh no, this is like, it's fine, this is just happening, for my greater good. But it's the reality. So the sooner I feel like we are okay with that, then the sooner we are able to, move forward and actually see the bigger picture, which is where we want to get to. We want to, like, it's all about the journey, not the destination, but also to get to the destination. We do want to get there in, one piece and at peace. Like we don't want things to maneuver our energy, to make our energy wishy-washy. And the minute that you let one thing lower your vibration, bring down your energy, that you're, like, let's say you're manifesting like I said, this job, and you went to this interview and you're so high vibe, you're like, yes, I think I got it. They great. They calling me. They said they're gonna call me. Da, 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 da. And let's say they never do or it falls through, then just being all right with that and being like, you know what, God, I'm grateful that you didn't put that in my way because maybe something was not going to work out for me in that area. And just staying in that grateful, that gratitude, it's going to bring your next best blessing, your next biggest thing, your next whoever you want to be is going to bring that for you. But the minute you let your vibration, your frequency go down and just start being pessimistic, like, oh, like I really wanted this job, da, 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 then you're staying stuck in an energy that is not going to push you forward the way you want to get pushed forward. So maintaining that high vibe no matter what you're going through. I know that it's hard sometimes, it's easier said than done because like I said, we're human beings. We're creatures of sensitivity and feelings and all of this stuff. But now more than ever, we have to accept that there's definitely a bigger picture to this whole thing we call the world, life, whatever you think it is, whatever you want to call it, whatever you identify with. But the point is that just maintaining that high vibration, it gratitude is one of the vibrations that is magnetic. You're always going to attract and attract and attract as long as you stay grateful. When you wake up, maybe you can journal like the first 10 things that you feel like you're grateful for that you think of, or even before you go to sleep, the first 10 things you were grateful for throughout your day, or even just waking up like, thank you God for waking me up for this new day. Praying harder. Oh, I saw that yesterday and I loved it. Pray harder. So praying harder, like going in, pray, making sure that you're okay with where you are right now. And even if you aren't in the best place ever, you know what I'm saying, just making sure that you're okay with understanding that everything is here for a season, it's not forever, and it's here for a reason. So yeah, staying in gratitude is definitely the the key. It's going to attract the blessings, it's going to remove the things that you don't need. And it's really, I think it's just the answer to dealing with the rejection, or like with dealing with things not going the way you want them to, or your way, or however it is. um so yeah, so practicing gratitude, staying in high frequency, if it's money, if it's love that you're looking for, it does not matter. If you're at a low frequency because you're upset at what's happening in your life, then the chances of you attracting that real love that you want, or that real money that you want, or that true career, or your life purpose, the chances of you attracting the very best version of it are going to be very, very slim. Like, you're going to wish that you were in a place of gratitude where you were welcoming blessings, where you were welcoming all of the high vibrations. So stay high vibe and stay present, and just realize that when things aren't going wrong, or are going wrong, when things aren't going the way that you thought they were going to go, even if it's just waiting for the train an extra like 10 minutes, like, oh damn, like this train literally just left, it's okay. There's a next train coming, and for some reason you were not meant to be on that train. For some reason, God knows. Sometimes you lean on not on your understanding, and that's okay too. Okay, it is in the Bible, and it's in a lot of books. Okay, do not lean on your own understanding. Sometimes things are happening for your greater good, and there's things that you can't see. There's things that happen to everyone that, that linger or whatever, that you can't see. You don't know what you're being saved from, you don't know what you're being removed from, you don't know what could possibly be going wrong if you actually go into the direction that you thought that was right. So stay in high vibes, stay great, stay grateful. I'm learning this in my life, and I'm applying it. So I hope you guys learn something, and I hope you guys get to apply this, because I don't know, it's really something that's very universal, and it's like a collective thing right now. I feel like there's so much change going on, especially with whole, like, I feel like ever since Pluto went into Aquarius, things have been bonkers. Like everybody's life is changing in one way or another, and however it is. So it's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to, you know, not be okay with what's going on in your life. Just know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and gratitude will always guide you to that light. And that's all. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed watching this live. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if you guys are liking the content. Let me know if you guys are journaling, if you guys are putting in the work. I want to know your story. So, yeah, and let me know. Anyway, bye. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.